This is News 8 at 11.
No one knows where it came from, but we do know that it's dangerous and possibly even deadly.
Well, across Connecticut, in certain neighborhoods, there are chemicals in the water that no one knows how they got there. So the state stepped in and installed protection for hundreds of homeowners.
That program is the latest target of the News 8 investigators who are taking a closer look at why these homeowners are now without. Our chief investigator, David Iverson, is here tonight with details. David?
All right, guys, this is a program that's really been around for only a few years. The state installed tanks to clean the water, but then told the homeowners anything else was on them.
They got good drinking water. Why should they understand?
Dennis Shupron is angry. He's angry at the local and state lawmakers who he says are putting his family in danger. He's angry because for years he has not been able to drink water from his own tap. Just under the surface and in the water in his Durham neighborhood, there's something that someone put there. It's costing Shupron hundreds of dollars and peace of mind.
I do not drink the water. I refuse to drink the water now. We use all bottled water, even for the cat.
Shupron is one of the 238 homeowners in the state who has a unique problem with their water. Somehow, a chemical called trichloroethylene has seeped into his well water supply.
If you drank a complete glass of it, that had a high probability of killing you.
It was bad enough that years ago the state stepped in and installed these tanks.
This stuff is like silent death. It crawls.
Crews installed filtration tanks in neighborhoods in 42 Connecticut towns. What they didn't find was where these chemicals came from. That meant, unlike some cleanup sites, there was no one to hold responsible. No fines, no penalties. Taxpayers picked up the tab. But when lawmakers last met, they made a decision. The Department of Energy and Environmental Protection had to cut something from their budget. And these tanks, the ones standing between homeowners and dangerous chemicals in their water, got the budget axe. So for the last few months, homeowners have been responsible for keeping them clean.
For them to say, you need this, we're putting it in your house, it's required for you to have it, and then all of a sudden saying, we're not going to pay for it is definitely a shocker.
No town has more of the tanks than East Windsor. 87 households had them installed. To replace them is going to cost families like Sandra Rauschenbach's hundreds of dollars every year.
Put the program back in. I mean, I think we pay enough in taxes in the state of Connecticut to help the families with the drinking water. I mean, this is a health issue.
What did it feel like? It felt like them hanging me over a bridge and cutting a rope.
We are really very aware that people are nervous.
Patrick Bowe is in charge of the remediation program. He helped make the decision to cut the program. He says the cost for the homeowner is pretty low, not much more than if you were connected to city water. And they're looking for other solutions, but say it's going to take time. One plan is to connect everyone affected to city water. To do that, though, it would cost just under $1 million per mile of pipe to install.
It's government, so, you know, it doesn't happen overnight.
East Windsor's first select woman, Denise Menard, says she has heard for months from the homeowners. She says something is in the works to get funding back from the state. Even if it does come back, there's no way of knowing, she says, how long it'll stick around.
I don't know that there is a happy solution. They have contaminated wells, so something's going to have to be done.
Until that happens, these families are left picking up the cost and without water or a government that they can trust.
Everybody in the state of Connecticut should know about this.
As far as a solid plan to change the way things are now, there really are none. The state says keeping this the way it is may be the best thing to do, but as you heard, the homeowners really don't like that answer. Darren, Ann?
All right, David, thanks. If you got something you want the News 8 investigators to look into, just call our investigators tip line. That's the number 203-402-TIP-8.